Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And joining me, as always, is my co-host from the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks podcast, Rebellious D. D, how are you doing today?
Ready to rock, brother.
Hey,
Same old.
Same, man. I'm ready to rock, too. We are reviewing episode 6 of Stargirl, season 3. So before we get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And D, like you say every time,
As always, like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Episodes of the podcast found in the description. Like, follow, subscribe. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that was it. Like, follow, subscribe. Yeah, that was it. Why'd you freeze? Hello?
Yeah, man. I know. I just
Did you freeze or were you joking with me?
I was messing with it. It's pretty good.
Oh, man. I was just like, oh god.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into today's review. So I really enjoyed this episode more than last week's episode.
Same.
I thought that it was action packed and we saw a lot of stuff. Now, bro, I really thought when Rick was lifting in the gym, I thought that the weights was gonna come crashing down.
Like how in Gotham when they first started messing with the Venom, and the guy was about to kill Gordon and old boy with the ATM, and then his bones started breaking.
Yeah, I was thinking more like the cartoons when it's just like they pumping and it's like, oh, and then he just came falling down. That's what I thought.
They had Rick in the gym like you. He was in there killing it.
Yeah, man. But no, it was cool, man. There was a lot going on this episode.
Good episode.
Courtney, she was with Cameron, helping him with his powers and whatnot, and the truth finally came out. And bro, like Cindy was right, and I would have left the group too. It's just like Yolanda wasn't even trying to listen to her
at all.
It's just like, bro, if Cindy wanted to fight her, she would have fought her. But she tried to tell Yolanda, just like, no, like hold on, like you're reading too wrong into this.
And Power Man showed up and started wrecking. Yeah, unlimited power Rick.
Yeah, man. It's just like this dude. You just saw the bus come flying from. I thought it was somebody that dropped. I wasn't expecting Rick.
I didn't think that was Rick. That was pretty sweet though.
It was, but it's just like, did Cindy need all of that? Like he could have just showed up, but maybe the power is going to his head since he doesn't.
About to.
Yeah,
unlimited power, crazy. Rick unlocked.
It's crazy, and like Cindy was right in telling them about Courtney because she's been lying too.
Yep, it's getting interesting now. Like you said, if Cindy wanted a piece of Yolanda, she would have given him hands. I think it'd have been an actual fight at least, and just like her restraint is showing. It's actually showing that she's changing as a character, and I hope they don't have her character make a heel turn based on them not trusting her over and over and over again. She's been tough to kill the man, and it's for Courtney to really show up on the scene and just kind of like immediately take their side was just kind of like a slap in the face in a way, because she's been this season she's been taking all the steps to show them that she's trying to be a good guy. And they just refuse to listen. It's just kind of like you can lead a horse to water, but can't make it drink.
Well, I mean, it's just like Yolanda said about Sylvester when Courtney was just like, he can be the leader now, and it was just like he already has been. It's like, because you haven't been here, you've been trying to help Cameron, and it's just been so much going on. And then I mean, like the stuff with Beth and her parents, and it's just like, I understand as parents that they want to help Beth out, but you got to think, man, before she revealed who she was, like they were going to divorce, and it's like the only reason why they're together now is because they want to make sure that Beth is happy and whatnot. But it just makes you think that, all right, the only reason why y'all are staying together is because your daughter is a superhero now. Because it's just like, we still don't know how they are behind the scenes. Remember that they didn't care about each other anymore like that. So it's just wild to see that. And then of course you got Mike and Jakeem still trying to recruit Cindy. I mean, maybe she might join up with their team, because when you think about it, they're not a part of the JSA. Like they're their own group, and they're trying to figure out like what's going on. Like they don't know who the killer is and whatnot. And I just love how they are finally starting to see like who the person, well, not who the person is, but that they are being watched.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't wait to see who it's going to be. Maybe it is, Mr. Scott Michael.
He's sitting there building a puzzle.
But let's look at the comments that we got from last week's review.
Before you dive into that, I just wanted to mention two Cameron's grandparents getting super weird. They were talking about poisoning Pat and his wife, and it's just like, So I'm curious to see if they're actually going to, or how much of a role they'll have in what's coming, obviously.
Yeah, because they already know what
happened. And they have abilities, I guess, as well. Yeah, is it just the grandmother?
Yeah. No, they both of them? I think they both do. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's neat.
I mean, yeah, you got that going on. It's a lot of stuff going on. I know in last week's review, I had mentioned that there were only 2 more episodes or 3 more episodes left. But on Wikipedia, they only had 8 episodes listed, but it is a total of 13. So I was wrong on that. So, we're on episode 6, so we're just gonna see like how this thing wraps up, because I mean, like now it seems like that the way that the show is going, that hopefully it wraps up pretty good. I just know that like in the Stargirl group that I'm in on Facebook, a lot of fans really aren't feeling this season compared to season 1 and season 2. Like they kind of feel like it's dragging along, kind of like how we were saying on last week's review. Like it's just been kind of dragging. But in a way, when you think about it, I mean, season 2 was kind of dragging in a way as well. I don't know.
I think this one, when it drug for that moment, I think it was a little worse. I think this is probably the worst drag, or that spot. It's it's not like it was a slouch, or it's been doing it consistently for 3 or 4 episodes. And I'm happy to see him moving forward. We got some action in this episode, which I enjoyed. But yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see who this mystery man is, or what it is that's watching them, and how they got the surveillance on essentially every like major location in the city.
Yeah,
it's going to be neat. So yeah.
Well, yeah. So let's go ahead and get into the comments. The first one is from Kevin. Thanks, Kevin, for always checking out our Stargirl reviews each and every week when the show is on TV. Kevin says, I will say the pace is slower this season, but then again, that's the nature of a murder mystery. It takes its time to build up to the climax. I like Cindy and Courtney bonding over their crappy dads because it's something they both share. Plus, Cindy gets it while the others don't. I still don't believe Cindy is evil, but she is definitely chaotic. She certainly has a way of stirring things up. And then Kevin gave it a 9 out of 10, which I agree. I mean, it's just like, because it's like, even though Cindy is with them now, at the same time, it's just like she's still Cindy, It's like, if I could compare her to anybody, I would compare her to Starscream. It's just like, yeah, she's a good guy now, but it's just like she still has like, evil tendencies, because if she didn't, she would have told him that she's starting to turn into a dragon.
Well, I don't think. I mean, obviously, as the viewer, we get to see both sides of it, whereas the characters only know what they know.
Yeah,
and it's obvious that she doesn't want to freak them out and have them jump to conclusions, in which they did as soon as they saw her arm.
Yeah.
Like just straight calling her out and all that stuff. So it's understandable, you know what I mean? And she told them she didn't kill the gambler,
Yeah, but they don't care. They didn't believe
it. They don't care. Yolanda don't care at all.
You heard church?
Look, you saw what she told Father Davis. Whatever his name is. Yeah. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do. I said, dang, John Wick.
And he was just like that. She was like, there's a lot of bad people in this town that you don't know about, and I'm going to tell you about it after everything is said and done. And he's just like, Yolanda, this doesn't sound like you. So yeah. So the next comment comes from Jess and King. Jess, thank you for always checking out our Stargirl reviews. Jess says, Mike's been bullied since season 1. If he can't handle bullies down, how is he going to handle supervillains? Like, when is my guy going to take self-defense classes like Yolanda did? I agree with this. I mean, like, you have Crusher that lives next door. Maybe like he can teach Mike something, because Mike, he should. I mean, like he comes from a family of superheroes, and he has superhero friends. I think that him and Jakeem, they should, try to learn some self-defense or something. It's the same thing like we was kind of saying about Beth in season 1 and season 2. Just like when they were fighting against the ISA, she was kind of just there,
Yeah.
So it's just like it would be
She's still kind of just there.
Yeah, exactly. While Rick, Yolanda, and Courtney are the ones that are out there on the field, but she's their tech person. She's like their oracle.
She kind of reminds me of Gear more than anything.
Yeah.
I mean, she's there. She goes out in the field, but it's like at the end of the day, Richie didn't do anything for a long time.
Exactly. Until he got his.
We'll see.
So yeah, because we don't even know if the original Dr. Midnight was even doing anything. He could have been doing the same exact thing. But who knows? But for me, I give this episode, I give it a 9 out of 10. I think that's one more higher than I gave last week's episode. D, what about you?
I'm gonna ride with an 8 out of 10 for this episode. I still need more details. I need them to, I want to further the story because we didn't really get too much in this episode.
Yeah.
It was just like the ball. I mean, it started moving, but it was like at the end of the day, they didn't really give us anything more. It was like Pat and his wife went to see
Pat and Barbara.
Yeah, they went to see the grandparents and stuff like that. And then one thing I got to take a point off is why would Courtney go in there and make a scene? It just
she was just like, why didn't you call?
Yeah, like
it's just like, well, we did. Yeah, it's just like I don't know, man. It's
or
like
half our family's superheroes. You want to kind of play along? She didn't even try and play it all.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, hey, you guys are already here. Yeah, why are y'all here? And what like what's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it obvious why they're there?
Yeah,
so it's kind of
exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, 8 out of 10.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all let us know in the comments what you thought about this week's episode. Let us know what your rating is, and then we'll read the comments next week when we do our review. D, let them know where they can find you at the social media land.
As always, you can find me at rebellious_D23 Instagram.com. And Banks, if they need another hero in Blue Valley, where can they find one?
You can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mrs. Zuckerberg. Thank you again for watching this review. Check out some more reviews, interviews, reaction videos we have here on the channel. Our podcast, where we have brand new episodes every Tuesday. The link is down below in the description. And then the video of that interview is up here on YouTube on Friday. So with that being said, keep that pinky up. Stay positive. Stay safe in the spooky season. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.